Welcome to the platform. Sure. Jamaica, that's a make it on. Make it on. Jamaica, that's a make it on, yeah. There's somebody there right now. Make it on. Anyway. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I've said it before. And I think I'm validated more and more every day. There are people out here that is literally worshipping Andrew Honest. The prophet them not lying. No. Activities. Right?
Establish a new reconstruction agency, National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, I believe, which will have wide powers to ensure that.
Hold on there. Remember do one video. I do a video in a real time. So you say please stop encouraging anybody to listen to Golden. Only table Golden is in Parliament. So first of all, the sentence not construct properly. That's the first thing. Because I don't even know what this means. So your double no make no sense. Because you never construct the sentence properly. The first part of the sentence is telling people to encourage them not to listen to Mark Golden. What if you listen to Bro Devil? Bro Devil will carry the country go straight to hell. The economy, the people's them quality of life, everything, every single decision that Andrew Honest make is tearing down the fabric of the lives of the people in Jamaica. And I'm talking about the poorer class of people. Oh, the wealthy is feeling really nice. It's funny how Mark Golden is wealthy. His parents did well for him and you guys tried to use that against him. But make me the wealth for my daughter or my son and left a gazillion dollars for them. I want to try to do that to my pitney because I was smart enough. I heard Aromatic talk about it. Big up Aromatic. Because I was smart enough not to have a bag of pitney. Right? And to set my thing and structure my thing. So the child that I do have. And if you want to have a bag of pitney in your business, that. But don't vex with somebody with the side fee. You know, structure them thing in a one way where they have a lot of children, but them can leave something good for them child. Right? And have them send them to a good institution for learning so they can come up and be the brilliant mind that Mark Golden is. Why shouldn't we listen to a brilliant man like Mark Golden? A successful man like Mark Golden. Somebody will never thief. Forget them success. Why shouldn't we listen to him? A man of integrity. Why? Those are the people we should be listening to. You understand? And this is why I'm live today, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube. I'm actually doing this video while live with you. Because of the comments them on TikTok is getting insane for the stuff that I'm putting out. I don't understand these dunce responses from these people. It is absolutely incredible. Incredible. The man is saying something sensible and we shouldn't listen to him. Like we need all stakeholders to come together because this is such of a great catastrophe after Hurricane Melissa that we need all hands on deck. The man is calling for unity and we should not listen to him. You see that these people's mind are poisoned. You see that your mind is poisoned. Mighty God. No, sir. People at this man have to do the on TikTok. But they have to come live and film. Prudence, my boy, knows what's up, my darling. Welcome, my darling. It's always good to see you, love. Pick up your husband, pick up your family. Lorna Wagwan. You understand? Antonio, how you doing, my brother? Yeah, I had to go live, man. So, you said please stop encouraging anybody to listen to Yo, y'all think I'm playing? I literally just recorded that. Look at this comment. Yeah, y'all think I'm playing, bro. Yo, right now, my TikTok they on fire. Real talk. I'm gonna transfer these videos to YouTube eventually, but it's a lot right now. Uh-huh. How can you not listen to a call for unity? Like, make it make sense. Like, yo, you have to be the devil to say something like that. That's all Mark Golden is asking for now. And as much as how I know that you cannot actually unite with the devil, I understand what I try to do. You understand what I say? The devil will never unite with righteousness, you know. You don't know that, right? Y'all know that, right? The devil will never unite with righteousness. That's a fact. So for us to think that it's gonna be any other way. Maps in the what? How you pronounce that? Map, big up yourself. I don't know. Forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce that. Alright, so don't judge me. Lucita says, I am a UK citizen, not a Jamaican. Mid last year in a dream, I saw the PM full face, fully enlarged. He was crying. The dream makes sense now. He has been crying for a long time. Wow. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be bitter. It's gonna be bitter. It's gonna be bitter. It's gonna be bitter for him. You know, the the prophetic word, you know, it is what it is. So I really don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do, you know. Who else is in the building? And thank you for sharing that from the UK. And you're not Jamaican and you dreamt and saw the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Oh, so much people are saying Andrew. Andrew, you know, the realms of the spirit, you know. The people, them, you know, the men and women, I gotta pick you up, you know, gotta send them sign, gotta send them all type of thing. The secrets of heart. Wow. But we saw yesterday, the genesis of all of this is the press conference that the People's National Party had yesterday. So I put out 2 videos on my TikTok. One of them, Mark Golden was speaking and he alluded to Andrew Honest, you know, getting you know, announcing this grand idea. But then he did not tell the world or give credit to Mark Golden, because Mark Golden had reached out to him and expressed said idea, right? That led to the NARA, right? So I personally played that clip because I'm like, yo, what is this? I personally played that clip because I'm like, that makes sense. Because when I'm on my platform and I talk about ideas that I got from other people, I always give those people credit. I think it's the right thing to do. Anything outside of that is damn near plagiarism. So on principle, if you are about unity and you get an excellent idea from the man fears Mark Golding so much that he's so insecure that he cannot give Mark Golding the credit that Mark Golding deserves. or anybody for that matter. This is the same individual that said, I'm not afraid to thief ideas. So you thief the idea and you don't give the individual any credit. Shame on you. But then again, you have no shame, Andrew. You have no shame. Having the opposition out here begging to be included in the process of rebuilding a nation where both PMP and JLP was affected. Andrew should be ashamed of himself. He should be absolutely ashamed of himself. No, I don't think. Listen, I am of the view that Andrew is just wicked. He's just evil. I am not of the view that Andrew Honest is out of ideas and he doesn't know how to actually get the country forward. He knows how to get the country forward for the rich and wealthy. So the same way how he works for the rich and wealthy is the same way he can implement things and policies and structures and ideas to help the poor and the needy to become the middle class. Right? It's the same way. But ladies and gentlemen, it's like he doesn't have any intention of doing that. And it's a I would say a philosophical or ideological difference between the People's National Party and the JLP. We love how Celine greet me and say, "Man in Bolo, the fool and his money shall depart, God and time." Why? You come like them don't know that. To owe me in this time, you know, just the way how God has shown up and judged Jamaica. You would be foolish to actually not see the lessons of the time. When you see people just have these material things and at the just like this, everything is gone. If that doesn't humble you, even if it did happen to you, as an observer, somebody on the sideline, like myself, if that doesn't humble you, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know if there's help for you. Because a lot of people have been affected by this. And it's incredible to me how people... And I'm not doing anything that I wasn't doing before September 3rd. Say, for instance, Andrew Owen is genuinely repenting and genuinely started to operate in a manner where it was beneficial to the people of Jamaica. I wouldn't have no choice, to submit and say, yo, the man I work, brother. I wouldn't have any choice. But the man refuses to. The man absolutely refuses to. Sad. And we must what? What must we do? Act as if, we don't see what we see. Act as if they are not suffering, the people. Right now, there's just too many stories out there. It's so overwhelming. Like, it literally brings tears to my eyes. Literally. And what brings tears to my eyes more is some of the people that I see online that even mock God, or it's these, oh, the power of the ancestors. How do you circumvent the creator of all things to worship your ancestors? And honestly, and I know a lot of people out there, they're not going to vex me, but I don't care. This is a serious question. Milton said he only thinks of himself and the rich. Took back on who his mentor is. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yes, even tied home, yes. No. How can you circumvent, overlook the power of God? People say all the time, but you can't, it's a ghost. There's nothing tangible. Okay. And whether a ghost or not, you can't say it's nothing tangible. Look at the tangible manifestation around you. Look at you, look in the mirror. Janet, what are you doing? Why, Janet? We just have to give thanks, yeah, man. I say it all the while. The only reason why I'm here and I'm not sick or anything, God definitely will keep me. God definitely just God just have a hand for me and I keep. So me there, I give thanks and I go and hold it. But back to this. How you will circumvent God and empower? How that makes sense? These people that are, and I've been through all of those ideas. I've been through all of those ideas. I've listened to all different types of people that try to make the argument that the God of Israel, the God of Moses, doesn't exist. I have listened to all of them. Every single one of them. The ancestral one, mostly. The people that talk about ancestor and Egypt, you understand, and we are gods, and all of that. I've listened to all of them over the years. And it's brought me back, right back to Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Right back. Right back there. So. And when I say Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior, I think one of the things that a lot of people are hung up on is an image. Not a fault of their own, because obviously somebody decided that that's the image that they want to portray as Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. So the people are hung up on a race and an image, because black empowerment. Well, let's examine that, shall we? And I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's on my heart to speak about it. The ancestors were created. What came first, the egg or the chicken? Had to be the egg, right? Because the chicken had hatched from it? Or was it the chicken? Because how did the egg come about? The reason why I ask that is because some of us want all the answers, but it's impossible to have all the answers. You'd have to be God. If you had all the answers, there wouldn't be any need for faith. No need for faith. So, Prudence don't fall in the trap of the egg and something here. Let's just agree that it's unknown. You can't argue for any one of them. And it's a circular argument, which is my point. Prudence. Prudence said the egg. Oh my God. God bless you. Oh, where the egg come from? Oh my, there's a process how eggs are made, you know. So you know what I mean? You know, the cock spur the hen, and then the hen start to make egg. So they ask who came first, the egg or the hen. You know, it's a circular. So like we don't know, like we literally don't know. But if we should follow the story of the Most High, it's the hen that came first. God made all things. But in the realm of people that I would say in search of knowledge and trying to find another way outside of the story of the creation of the Creator, you know, these questions are asked and people posit different arguments. But yeah, if you are somebody that likes science, a scientist, a true scientist, in my opinion, is just there to prove more and more every day of God's power, God's marvel, and existence. That's just me. Because the more they dig into the knowledge of how all things work, like the trees and the fact that the trees have intelligence, and they found that out that there's literally intelligence in the trees. All these living beings, all these things around us that have life in them and intelligence. The trees are so important to us. If they don't produce oxygen, where do we get it from? Where do we get it from? Who made the trees? Why does grass and vegetation grow so effortlessly? What coding, if you want to go as a person that is a tech person and a computer person, a computer whiz, who is the master coder of the earth, of all living things? But that question goes back to the fact that there's a master. None of this is coincidence. None of this is, it just happened. There was a lot of, I won't say a lot, but there was high level of thought and care that was implemented in this creation that we are a part of. And what is more marveling about the thought and care that was implemented in all of it is how effortlessly the coding just continues to operate. Like you cut the grass and watch less than 24 hours how much it's growing back. As people take other people's lives the earth replenishes and a life is being born at the same time. Unless there's a world war, and I don't think we've ever seen a world war. When they say world war, it's just that a lot of different major countries are fighting each other. We've never actually seen a world war, but that's a whole other conversation. Yeah, man, we can do much better, man. Press the like button. There you go. I I I think I'm in a space where I'm constantly apologizing to God. You know, like I've definitely in my ignorance and in my search. You know, some of the people that say some of the stuff online, I listen to them and I'm like, wow, that was me once at some level. Maybe not as far in terms of those ideas, but that was me once, and I just hope that their pride does not consume them in surrendering and saying, yo, God is great, God is God, He's my creator, and He loved me so much that He gave His only begotten Son. Because honestly, when I look at us and I look at what is required of us, we are so far gone as as a generation, as a people. Like if if God did not send His Son and we were being judged based off Old Testament, I don't think any of us would make it to heaven. I really don't. Because even the most holy of us fall short in ways that might seem, when compared to others, not, it's not that big. Like we didn't unalive anybody, or we didn't try to obey anybody, or we didn't try to do those things. And a lot of the times we compare sin to see which one is more heavy than the other, and we are inherently judging each other. There's nothing we can do. I like we literally judge each other every day. Literally. Right? And in some instances it is necessary for us to say, no man, this is wrong. This is wrong. I know this is wrong. You know. But then the other part of it is that we have to pray, um, warn those people and say, yo, that's wrong, I pray that they repent. And with Andrew, if you notice the remnant, that's exactly what they've been doing. They've been warning Andrew Onis and the government to repent, to move away from that which the path that they have taken. And they just refuse. And just stiff necked. At no point have we seen, forget about uniting with the party genuinely. We haven't seen a genuine call and a surrendering of the nation by the leader to the Most High. Like, Father God, this is too much. We leave it in your hands. I'm so happy that Selena is here. Ryan Campbell, what's up? How you doing, Miss Fletcher? Selena, bless you. I said it on my live yesterday. Happy birthday. In this instance, happy belated birthday. I really wish for you all the blessings and abundance that the Lord God has in store for you. Um, all of your dreams and aspirations. I hope that it is aligned. All of your dreams and aspirations. I hope that it is aligned with God's purpose for you. I hope you continue to have an abundance of peace and happiness, joy, wealth and health in your life. You're good people, and I genuinely wish that for all the people like yourself. I really do. I really do. We're living in a very, very perilous time right now. The way life is, like, in terms of just what we consider normal, there's things happening around the world, like it could just change like that. And we have to prepare ourselves for it, and we need God's help to do so. Without God's help, we're going to be swallowed in the chaos. We need God's help. Like what happened to Jamaica, or parts of Jamaica, that's like, like that change. People are wondering whether or not they should be here. They are contemplating suicide. There's a lot of people in Jamaica right now in the last month that have contemplated suicide. And it is only the grace of God why those people did not take their lives. It is not because of anything else but the grace of God. You see, people can't say anything publicly, but it's my belief and my experience that in our most quiet place, without all the noise around us, that is when you have to face yourself, that man in the mirror, per se. And that is when you encounter God, in that space of humility, of you understanding, like, like, I'm a mere mortal. Like, I don't have to be here the next second from now. I don't have to be here tomorrow, the next minute. I've seen, there was a story in Jamaica of a man that died from leptospirosis. And he's 68 years old. He has 6 children. Very active man. He gets up every morning. He runs. He plays football periodically through the week. He's mostly on the weekend football player, right? And sometimes in the week. For people that love football, sometimes every day. But the fact of the matter is, this was somebody that was always fit and healthy, and he caught leptospirosis. In 4 days after his 68th birthday, he contracted it on his birthday, and tragically, he lost his life in 4 days. And you look at that and you go, even for Patrick, how you doing, my brother? Even for the persons that say, and I'm not knocking anybody for being conscious and eating properly and exercising and anything. My thing is, even when you do all of that, it is still the grace of God why you're here. the food that you're eating, that creation is from the Most High. So even when you eat healthy, this man was a man that ran every morning, very fit, 68-year-old, and died 4 days after contracting. Exactly. If it's your time, it's your time. That's my point. Lynette, big up yourself. It's only the grace of God. You know, quick, another thing I remember one time, and big up my brother, I love him. Who that? Joel. And my brother just reached a while ago. I just said, big up my brother, I love him. I remember, I didn't even know it was coming. I remember when my brother was like, yo, how comes Bolo? You know, me big. I've always been like big. You know what I mean? And I do not eat. Yeah, I eat junk food. I do all of that. You just calling him while I'm going up on the life, you know. Well, not calling him. Never call. Mummy I calling him and I don't know why she keep doing that. Eh? And him say, how comes him sickly and him slim? And how I am big and I don't get sick. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I give it to the grace of God. That is it. That is it. Like, outside of the grace of God is the fact that I was on my mother's titty. And when I stopped taking breast milk was when my brother, she was pregnant with my brother, and I was already almost 2 years old. Understand? So almost 2 years. Well, 9 months, so you have to take with 9 months. 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 4 months, 1 year, 3 months. Sorry. The only reason why and ladies, please breast milk your children. Stop giving them formula. That's another conversation. The divine, every time we move away from the divine order of things, we face destruction. Please breastfeed your children. If you're with a real man, you don't have to worry about your breast a drop. Ask God to find you a real man. Please breastfeed your children. So I attribute it to the Lord. It's all God either way. The breast milk and God sustaining and keeping me. I rarely get sick. There you go, Prudence. Breastfed up to 2 years old. That breast milk is the core of a child's strength. Even in his older age, it's coming from that development of that breast milk. God is amazing, you know. God is amazing. Right? So him always say, yo, how come Xavier? How comes him always? How comes him always so healthy and him not get sick and me have heart problem and me have asthma problem? And me say, you know, when me talk to him and thing, later on them type of meds, because you know you're young. You stop holding them meds a long time. You stop feel. Because one of the things that we do that is dangerous, you know, is that we compare ourselves with other people. And it really it's unproductive. It's unproductive. We shouldn't compare ourselves with other people. We shouldn't do that. It's very dangerous. It breeds envy. It breeds, and even here on YouTube, Selena can tell you. That's one of the things I definitely steer away from. Um, I try not to uh, compare myself with anybody else on YouTube or look at their thing and go, you know, whatever. I have tunnel vision. I just, what do I need to do? What are my goals? Well, however long it's gonna take, I need to be consistent. Let's go. With the help of God, I will get there. I don't, I don't compare, right? Cause to look into somebody else's blessing and go, why am I not getting that? That's wrong. That's that person's blessing. How long did it take for them to reach to that point? What work did they put in? You know what I mean? So it's wrong to compare, right? It's wrong to compare. And furthermore, why you should think that you should be manifesting the same as that as anybody else? No. What is yours. And that's another thing too, on a personal level. Like, I've always had this principle where, say for instance, there's a girl and there's me and my friends. I just feel like once one of my friends show a keen interest, right, in that girl, like I have no intention of dealing with her on that level because she is with a friend of mine and him really rate her. Even if he messed up and they're not talking anymore, um, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't go there. It just it's always felt wrong. Outside of what we know about in terms of when a man married, I don't think I think it's bad karma, it's bad juju for you to mess with a married woman if you're a man or a married man if you're a woman. I think you carrying down curse on your entire life. Facts. Now, in terms of a woman and a man and their relationship, the Bible says don't covet your neighbor. You understand? And you desiring or wanting his girlfriend. That is covetousness. So I try to make sure that I guard my thoughts and I'm not perfect and I keep those principles where those things are concerned. My brethren like a girl and all I will meet the girl one time and the girl like him. Hey, now if the girl is a Jezebel and she want to explore all the friends them, I'm just not going to be one of the friends them where I go entertain her because I'm gonna hold my principle and my belief. You know what I mean? Furthermore, why would I not want to have quality? Why would I want to be with a girl like that? That decides that, yo, she just wants to be ran through like a train from all the boys. Nah, I'm straight. Those are the types of things that cause mass division between, you know, colleagues. Women have women are a test. Women are a test to men, a very, very important test. To heterosexual men, by the way, they are a very important test to men. And this is why Not saying that I'm going to become a Muslim. No, not saying that. But this is why I can appreciate. Get away. The bees them is getting crazy, you know. This is why I can appreciate certain aspects of certain religions. You know, in our Christian religion, they have it as well, but not as extreme. You know, where the Muslim lady them cover them eyes. No, they don't cover them eyes. Them cover up the ears, so and you can't see. They have what do you call it now? Loose clothing that does not push out their shape. Yeah. In this modern time, the women will say the men should control themselves. Well, hey, tomato. You know, there's also a saying where they say, you do not dangle raw meat in front of a lion. You know what I mean? I know y'all know what I mean now. You don't dangle raw meat in front of a lion. Right? So, also, God does not give you more than what you can bear. So even if a female should test you in that manner, if you have truly submitted and repented, God will give you the strength to overcome that temptation. However, flaunting that meat, God does not like it. God does not approve of that. But you know, the devil has really eroded the core principles of our society, especially here in Jamaica, where, you know, women always used to wear them, you know, they wear them. Women never used to wear tights outside, like, you know what I mean? Just a show up thing, so. No, the women never used to do that. And mighty God, you know, I used to go to events and stuff like that, regular, and I'm telling you, some things that the women wear, it's better they went to the event naked, because there's no imagination left. You are seeing every crack, every crease, every angle, every shape. There's nothing left for the imagination. Sassy, the one, how you doing? I got your message this morning. Thank you. Angela, how you doing? Carly, how you doing? You know, I woke up and for some reason I was drawn to my, one second. Hello? Yeah, me lie, but they can't hear us still. Walk on. What that one in that paper? A 150. No, 150. And then I add. Oh, really? Wow. Allah, ya tell. Japan own 80% at JPS. How is it possible? How is it possible we have a country where sell out that much of our energy to one entire other country? Yeah. So then it also the JLP mash up the economy And then now they're forced to make these decisions. Mighty God. Wow. Yes. Mm. Yes. What? So alright. So hold on. So all me not understand. So you have two owners. You have Japan and you have the government. A two owner, right? Japan and South Korea own 80%. So all the shareholders them come in, they are not necessarily owners, but them buy shares in the company. Oh, them buy shares. Also, the government sell them shares. And the people who buy shares are people who are in the government in a JLP. Mighty God. Allegedly. My God. Yeah. But no, so the catastrophic ban, isn't it for Jamaica's infrastructure? Yeah, but all them figgy, JPS, all of that, the money there. Where is the building of the infrastructure? Yeah. Oh, a be a confusion, this brother. You see how long Mr. Energy Minister, Mr. Philip Palmer said months ago, say why have you guys not negotiated a deal with JPS? You know, why we not wait till the deadline? And the PMP has been very clear about what type of deal needs to be made that benefits the people of Jamaica. Mm-hmm. Yeah, me here talking my TV, I talk about it. Hey, me tell you something. Nothing where them a plan, God I go wipe out that. You hear me say? Nothing where them a plan, all them smart city and that. It done. Them can't stay there. Earthquake and tsunami are going to leak this, you see. Because them a come with them foolishness. What them a do with nuclear plant at Jamaica? Madness. Eh? We have all breeze. Wind energy, water energy, sun energy. Use up your engineering skills them. Where nuclear plant I go? Come like a war, the man them a plan for don't get to blow us on skirt. You know what I'm going? Yeah, we know. No radiation, no God. Look on the vegetation of Jamaica. If that the nuclear plant there go wrong. We ain't talking about that about it, I'm not joke. People need to go research. People go research a nuclear plant and the dangers of just having some accident. And see what go on. No, them mama they're mad, man. Them mama they're mad. You see me? Me just she the power hold, but people me just me tell you say the amount of things these people are planning. If it's not God to intervene with doom. So all like people them where think say, yeah man. Yeah man. Mm-hmm. Yeah man. Hello? Yeah, me I hear you. Rose McIntosh, what go on? Jamaica will never be ready. Jamaica will never be ready for a nuclear power plant. Jamaica is so small. What the hell are we doing with a nuclear power plant? If the country them have nuclear power plant, if you check out most of some big country, you know, in a land mass, you know. Winter country, you know, yeah. Right? Place where snow fall every day to blows and skirts. So that man is sick in the area, man. Watch out now. The whole no man, as me tell you say, them a plan and got a wipe. That will never happen. No man, him have to come down, man. Him have to come down, man. Him have to come down. Have to come down. Send me it, man. Yeah, no, I'm gonna see. They put it on the PMP or something. Send it to me, man. 50 million. Of course. You man no business. The poor people, them, I want them where I go suffer, you know, man. Them no business about poor. We must see rich people alone, them align themselves with, you know. All of these bodies where you see I talk about development at Jamaica. When I brother the name, you have one funny name. I them deal with the urban development. Down so. I don't remember her name. But all of them align. Cause remember me do one piece, you know. Me do one piece about him. I try to remember his name, Jerry or some funny name the man have. But him I deal with the development with the government, the big group at him heading. But him have a brother and them deal with aisle. You see me? And then they have some problem. I go find back that video there, you know, because you see everything I line up back, you know. Them are set up themselves, you know, for massive generational wealth to go down the line, you know, because them know what is coming. You see me I deal with them know what is coming. All of these plans that them have, them know what is coming. You see me I deal with. $350 million they need. Then now we all that money there where they make a Jamaica. We all that money there. No, I don't understand. How much money? Remember I said JPS make a profit every year, you know, and the profit increase, you know. So where the money there? Why the government need to give them 150 million? And them not re-sign a deal. And then them not re-sign a deal with them. So how that work? Crazy. Anyway, I go check out the thing. Because I'm on the line. Yeah, man. People are pay bangarang, left, right, and center. Story come to bump in the morning. Yeah. I'm going to find the cleaner. A serious thing I go on at Jamaica. You know? Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says the gap in the funding needed to allow the Jamaica Public Service Company to quickly restore electricity to the entire island is expected to be narrowed further with a drawdown from Electricity Disaster Fund. The JPS has stated that it would need 350 million US dollars to be able to restore power to everyone by February. Wow. Flow seeks tax break to speed up hurricane recovery. Jamaican people can get a tax break too. Teacher paid for 9 years without assignment gets reinstated. Teacher paid for 9 years without assignment gets reinstated. Government eyes prefabricated housing to relocated hurricane evacuees homeless. Forensic analysis, Maitland phone contain fresh SIM. Thousands of Cubans struggle without power and water nearly a month after Hurricane Melissa. NWC established temporary supply stations in communities. JPL helps Mobile Treasure Beach. Westmoreland residents urged to be vigilant. Homeless announced funding for national cleanup program. But they all look through the news. Government to lend US $150 million to JPS to avoid being forced into extended license. What? So they might lend JPS $150 million US to avoid an extended license. No, if there is people in the government that have shares, no, this not normal enough, people. There's a piece to this puzzle that we're missing. Oh, here's the statement from Mr.
To call upon the government to immediately release from the People's National Party in the unit. I'm using this opportunity.
Hold on there, people. Let me get my box. Hold on there.
Regarding this controversial
Come on, boy.
$24 billion being extended to the Jamaica Public Service Company and also its handling of the license negotiation. We have major concerns about its government's decision to extend such a loan in the absence of critical details. The government has failed to answer questions about the risks to taxpayers, assets, and the interest rate attached to them.
Philip Paul will just release a statement. Hold on there, people. Make we hear what going from the energy minister.
For me, him did tell you all what he said. He's not watching.
And Ramsey, how you doing, my darling? Happy Wednesday to you. Good to see you, as always. Wow, what lock off? You grill woke me like what you say you want to know.
Is a release from the People's National Party in the unit.
I'm using this opportunity to call upon the government to immediately come clean to the Jamaican people regarding this controversial loan of 24 billion Jamaican dollars being extended to the Jamaica Public Service Company and also its handling of the license negotiation. We have major concerns about this government's decision to extend such a loan in the absence of critical details. The government has failed to answer questions about the risks to taxpayers, the valuation of the company's assets, and the interest rate attached to the loan. No responsible government can commit 24 billion Jamaican dollars of taxpayers' money without stating the interest rate or the terms that protect the public's interests. Based on the government's own disclosure, if the loan is not repaid within 2 years, the government intends to convert the debt into equity. If the plan is to convert unpaid debt into shares, what is the current valuation of the assets the government will be acquiring? Has this valuation been completed, and at what date? I also want to know whether or not the JPS will be able to secure funding for the balance of US 200 million that it claims is required for full restoration of service. And I am demanding that the government disclose which state agency will disburse the funds for the loan. I believe that the government, in providing this loan to the company, should use it as leverage to secure meaningful concessions from the company. I'm therefore recommending the temporary suspension of JPSCO's monopoly on transmission and distribution during periods of national emergencies. For example, to allow neighbors with functioning solar or alternative generation to supply nearby households legally. I also believe it's a good time now for the government to enable those operators in special economic zones to generate and distribute their own electricity internally, reducing costs and accelerating economic recovery. The government's poor handling of the issues surrounding the JPSCO license is another reason for the instability that the company faces and why it cannot on its own secure funding for the full restoration. We have been urging the government since 2023 not to wait until 2027 to negotiate essential changes to the JPSCO license. There is no magic to that date. Licensing terms can be amended at any time, and we have wasted valuable years when leverage was available. We are also very concerned that the JPSCO, which has already hinted at major electricity price increase, will seek to pass on unreasonably price increases to the consumers. I'm therefore urging the OUR to be proactive to ensure that there is a transparent process in determining the rate that consumers ought to pay during this period. We are also very concerned that the JPSCO, which has already hinted at major electricity price increase, will seek to pass on unreasonably price increases to the consumers. I'm therefore urging the OUR to be proactive to ensure that there is a transparent process in determining the rate that consumers ought to determining the rate that consumers ought to pay during this period.
At pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP.
I rise to add.
I have to listen to
Is
that
a
again.
release from the People's National Party Media
I have to
Unit.
listen to that again.
I'm using this opportunity to call upon the government to immediately come clean to the Jamaican people regarding this controversial loan of 24 billion Jamaican dollars being extended to the Jamaica Public Service Company, and also its handling of the license negotiation. We have major concerns about this government's decision to extend such a loan in the absence of critical details. The government has failed to answer questions about the risks to taxpayers, the valuation of the company's assets, and the interest rate attached to the loan. No responsible government can commit 24 billion Jamaican dollars of taxpayers' money without stating the interest rate or the terms that protect the public's interests. Based on the government's own disclosure, if the loan is not repaid within 2 years, the government intends to convert the debt into equity. If the plan is to convert unpaid debt into shares, what is the current valuation of the assets the government will be acquiring? Has this valuation been completed, and at what date? I also want to know whether or not the JPS will be able to secure funding for the balance of US 200 million that it claims is required for full restoration of service. And I am demanding that the government disclose which state agency will disburse the funds for the loan. I believe that the government, in providing this loan to the company, should use it as leverage to secure meaningful concessions from the company. I'm therefore recommending the temporary suspension of JPSCO's monopoly on transmission and distribution during periods of national emergencies. for example, to allow neighbors with functioning solar or alternative generation to supply nearby households legally. I also believe it's a good time now for the government to enable those operators in special economic zones to generate and distribute their own electricity internally, reducing costs and accelerating economic recovery. The government's poor handling of the issues surrounding the JPSCO license is another reason for the instability that the company faces and why it cannot on its own secure funding for the full restoration. We have been urging the government since 2023 not to wait until 2027 to negotiate essential changes to the JPSCO license. There is no magic to that date. Licensing terms can be amended at any time, and we have wasted valuable years when leverage was available. We are also very concerned that the JPSCO, which has already hinted at major electricity price increase, will seek to pass on unreasonably price increases to the consumers. I'm therefore urging the OUR to be proactive to ensure that there is a transparent process in determining the rate that consumers ought to pay during this period. We are also very concerned that the JPSCO, which has already hinted at major electricity price increase, will seek to pass on unreasonably price increases to the consumers. I'm therefore urging the OUR to be proactive to ensure that there is a transparent process in determining the rate that consumers ought to pay during this period.
At pnp.org.jm.
This period.
People, what's up? What's up, Cole? What's up? How you doing? All right. First thing come to my mind, right? Where the government find 150 million US from? Figgy JPS. So how comes the money they can use to help the people in a St. Elizabeth, in a Hanover, in a Westmoreland? Me I talk about people who need help. JPS is one company where make millions of people in Jamaica. How is it that it is the Jamaican government responsibility to lend JPS $150 million US? How is that? How is that possible? How much is 150 million US? Context matter, you know. 150 million US times by 160. $24 billion. Wow. 160 times 150. Yeah, 24 billion. I just want that sink in, you know, ladies and gentlemen. When I see me pause, I want to think about that, I want to process that. The government is willing to lend JPS $24 billion. Where they get the money from? Furthermore, How them can offer $4 billion for help fix up the people them life in a St. Elizabeth, East Portland, St. Mary, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney, Mandeville, Manchester, parts of Clarendon. Mass control, big up. $4 billion, you know? When Mark Golding did say $50 million, I just want to put this in a full context, ladies and gentlemen. $1 billion is $1,000 million. 50 million, 100 million, 2 times. So 50 million can go in a 1,000 million. Or 50 in a 1,000, how much? Make we break down the maths easier. 50 divided by 1,000, 20. $1 billion, 20 constituency has not been affected, ladies and gentlemen, by Hurricane Melissa. I just want to pay attention, you know, on the priority of the government, you know. That is not the people, you know. The government is willing to lend JPS $150 million US, which is $24 billion. And $1 billion out of that could have serviced constituencies that have been affected 20 times. East and West Hanover, 2 constituencies. East and West, Eastern and West and Western and Southern Westmoreland, whatever. How much constituency? Let me do the maths here, man. Let me do the maths. In Jesus' name, let me do the maths. Because this not real a blouse and skirt. This can't real, brother. It start to hurt me. And because me I get angry, and I try to keep a clear mind. I try enough to spaz out. Because the maths now maths. The money can sacrifice 150 million if you go lend JPS our tax dollars, but then can't use 4 billion for help to deal with operations down at Westmoreland and then place there in East Portland, how much people house. Like the government, like, bro, what? And when Mark Golding say, you know, 50 million, they laugh. Them laugh. And our tax dollars, are we that come from, and we not good enough. Our people where pay tax not good enough. To get them the big money there from the government for repair our life. I will not tell me say this is not one wicked government. Yo, listen me now, man. How many constituencies? Lord have mercy. We need somebody where a guru. We need somebody where a guru. How many members of parliament represent Westmoreland, Jamaica? Let's start there. Come true now, man. May I use the AI? Westmoreland, Jamaica is represented by 3 members of parliament Ian Hales, Dwayne. Alright, perfect. Here I work with me, people. Here I work with me. How many members of parliament is in Hanover? We are come to it, you know. Hanover have 2 of them, so that are 5. Go again. How many members of parliament in St. Elizabeth? We are going in line, you know. We have 4 of them. Floyd Green, Franklin Witter, Andrew Morris, and Zuleika Jess. Alright, cool. How many in St. James? Whoa, what is this? The meta AI in a normal in a watcher. Heri Clark, Edmund Bartlett, Horace Chang, Marlene Malahoo, and Nikisha Burchell. So these are all the members of parliament. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have Eastport and you have 2 at St. Mary. We have Bolo. You really have 3 at St. Mary. So I could do the maths for the most affected areas. Dwayne Vaz at a 150 million, 250 million, 450 million. 450 plus 700 million. All right. So we do St. James, we do St. Elizabeth, we do Westmoreland and Hanover. Trelawney get affected badly, though. St. Trelawney. Two of them. It's still not reached $1 billion yet, you know? Hey, Empress, how you doing? For the most affected areas, them, we still not reach $1 billion Jamaican dollar if they was to give each MP $50 million to deal with the cleanup and everything that is going on and to help people back, to get back them life together. We still not reach $1 billion. And I am suggesting, if you can give JPS a loan of 150 million US, equivalent to 24 billion Jamaican dollar, you can give 4 billion back to the people. In the first instance, boom, $4 billion. It is not extravagant. It is not too much for the people of Jamaica to get back their lives in order so the economy can get back up, so that we can have the food basket parish operating. And this is just me thinking as a person that wants the country to get back on track. Electricity is very important. You know what's more important? The lives of the people of Jamaica. And what is also more important than that is their quality of life. The government can more than spare 4 billion Jamaican dollar. More. They can more than spare 4 billion Jamaican. Them not going to give them one time, you know. But between now and Christmas, 4 billion Jamaican dollar to spend to get the most vulnerable back into a space with a roof over their head. Because shelter is the most important thing. Safety is the most important thing right now. Man can use solar light in a them house. Buy all type of equipment for charge. In the meantime. But a roof over them head and a window for lock. Some mosquito on them. Yeah, man. Lock them doors so them safe and criminal can't come do them nothing. Yeah, man. So me kinda perplexed. Me kinda confused as to how them alright with lending the JPS so much money. One question when Mr. Philip Palwell asks, which is important. Has JPS confirmed the acquisition of the other 200 million US? Have they confirmed that they have gotten it? My next question is this. Is there anybody in the JLP government that is a shareholder in JPS? Just ask. Just ask. What would this loan mean for them? What interest rates are they being paid? The fact that we have bailout JPS. He also asked the question about what concessions are there in terms of for the people. Like what concessions is JPS going to relinquish? One brilliant thing that Mr. Paul had mentioned was for the people that have solar light, there's a law that prohibits them for giving other people energy. That concession needs to be null and void in this time of emergency so those people can get light. Jamaica, we need to read and we need to be educated on these deals. I think we need to be consulted as a people before these deals are even signed. We need to have a clear, transparent understanding of what these deals mean. When you lend that money to JPS and JPS get back on track, which we don't have no problem with, we want people to have light. Don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. I'm just saying, people's lives and them having a roof over their head is more important than light. I don't know who agrees with me, or if you do, I don't care. If you don't, I don't care. But people having a roof over their head, not sleeping in the elements, is more important than restoring light to the country. Some people are going to say me mad, but I don't care. Nothing trumps the people. As a humanitarian, nothing trumps the people. What is light when you're homeless? To highlight that you're homeless? Shine some light on them. They're homeless. And why the two things can run concurrent? Parallel. Happening at the same time. Why? Why we can't multitask? If you can't give JPS, lend JPS $24 billion. You can give the people $4 billion budget. The MP them. That is most affected. Can you imagine Miss Perkis don't get a generator from the government for a constituency office? She don't get a Starlink. But when you lend JPS one, and I like say when you buy the Starlink, them, when you get the Starlink, them, you know wicked, no brother. Yo, JLP government sick stomach. The man is sick stomach. No lies about it. But look who is heading the ministry. Daryl Vaz. We don't forget about the bus name. One of them just passed a while ago. We don't forget about the money, the 1.4 billion. So Daryl Vaz can take $1.4 billion by all bus, but the government can't take $4 billion to restore the people in life that is devastated. You know, Mega, you know, say that, no, seriously, me need to put that down. You need to put that down. You need to put that down. You need to have
Jamaica's first movie star.
Yeah, we need to put that down. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just came across an article. So the government is giving JPS $24 billion, US 150 million. Lending them. So, I want to ask one either question. Zane, the people were devastated in all of the major parts of Jamaica. East Portland, St. Mary, I don't forget to know. Westmoreland, Hanover, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney, you name it, St. James, Zane, Manchester. Listen to me. What go on for them? The people were affected. Yo, me not even, hold on there. Yo, man, I tell you, say, John Star. We just come across an article. US 150 million to JPS. They might lend them the money so they can restore by February. Electricity important. What I'm asking, ladies and gentlemen, if they can lend JPS $24 billion, why the Jamaica government can give the MP them, and collectively, I mean all of the affected areas, $4 billion. Right? After proper assessment of all the damages, ladies and gentlemen, that has happened. Use that $4 billion wisely. Right? The most affected people, elderly, children. We have mothers sleeping in them car. We have mothers with pregnant sleeping in them bus. We have people asleep under tarpaulin and zinc. JPS we get back up and running, but the people them never get back up and running. What is more important? Why the two things can run concurrent? If the government can find this 150 million, right? Why them can't find $4 billion Jamaican to give to the MP them? Right? And it's our money, it's our tax dollars. I don't understand. It is bothering me. It really is bothering me. Me not get it. Me not get it, people. Wanna tell me one thing? Am I tripping? Jamaica not good enough. Jamaican people life not good enough. If what we are gonna do? We just gonna turn on the light for the people them are homeless. Yeah, man. Me still not have one roof over my head, but I have light. So they can see me homeless. I am no longer in the dark and homeless. I am now highlighted and homeless after months. So February come, enough people still not gonna have a home and live in a shelter because the government just give one measly $10 million. If you say $100,000 supposed to be given and only 10 personal loan, I gonna be, yo, let me tell you something, man. Them money, the money my work, it's like the money is really the weapon that is formed against the people of Jamaica. Seriously. Only God can help you. I'm telling you. Fear is operating in supreme levels of wickedness. And only God can help you if you deliver away from this government. Remember me telling you. Terrible man. Terrible man. Just come across an article. US 150 million to JPS. They might lend them the money so they can restore back. I'm stressed out right now. I can't deal with this. Literally stressed out. When are the people going to stand up and say no? are the people going to stand up and demand that change? When? Our brothers and sisters that is defending this government, while your brothers and sisters are literally suffering, worshipping Andrew, every decision with it. And then this man in a parliament that talk about bad mind. His vocabulary is so limited. The scarcity of his vocabulary makes you wonder, how did he get in the position that he's in as a member of the so-called Honorable House of Parliament? Because with them in it, where is the honor? No, sir. Terrible, man. People, me are going to right there, so, you know. Me not even get to talk about, well, I'm not going to say that. I was coming on here for done the people on TikTok and them message and them you know, these stupid comments that they make. I was just going to done them. But I say, you know what? Lord, lead me to another message. And as it flows, utterances go. This is unbelievable. I can't put my mind around how the man them just get 10 million Jamaican. 10 million Jamaican dollar. You tell me say the man them can't spare $1 million, bro. 20 different MPs could have gotten $50 million if they pulled $1 billion Jamaica. No MP would be crying right now, you know? No MP that is majorly affected would be crying right now. They would be saying, big up the government in moving with speed and releasing this amount of funds. You understand? And with you see, when you have the bulk of the money and you are an economist, you ever hear them say Jamaican woman take their hand make fashion? They know how to make that work, you know, brother. So you can see real tangible change, you know, brother. Remember, say the air and the water come in, you know. Thank God for the good Samaritan them, you know. And then later down, and then the government have food and water. The people need shelter, ladies and gentlemen. $51 billion could I use every MP get 50. It's not far-fetched, it's not too much. This is something we've never experienced before. This is disaster, this is catastrophe. It demanded an unconventional response of urgency. And we did not receive that from this government. What we have received is PR excuses and no real tangible movement. No real tangible movement. Boy, you can't say now all I soldier them. Mighty God, everybody come at one time.
The biggest one.
No. Uno fi learn to satisfy. That uno fi learn to do. And thank God. That me I tell you. You have all I work man them in the yard today. Everybody, my man they come, see him there work. We can't believe. Me surprised when me see him. Right? Surprised when me see him. People make it that hurt me. But actually, no, that's something that affect me, you know. That's something that affect me. the thing what go on in our country, man. The man give JPS $24 billion and couldn't spare $1 billion for people down at West, down at Hanover, St. Elizabeth, St. James, East Portland, $1 billion. That is $50 million going at that 20 time, you know. Ian Hills could have get 50 million. Dr. Dayton Campbell could have get 50 million. When you bridging the name, Mr. Dwayne Vaz could have get 50 million. Miss Heather Miller Bennett could have get 50 million. To help the people in our constituency to get shelter. The one them where them roof mash up, them house gone. The $50 million wouldn't be enough, you know. But he could have moved, he could have do something significant where people say at least. The man them could have been one centralized hub. For the big play field there, so down at Westmoreland where the helicopter then come. Them could have been one big centralized hub. Right? Where the people them can go. Where them house no build back yet. At least they're not under the elements and they're safe. And then here the aid and food and everything. And you have the Starlink at work. Shelter people need shelter. Woman they down they have baby and they and the man they give man them $10 million, bro. And they can give JPS 24 billion. 1 billion out of that. 4 billion out of that. By now and December amount of people could I get help, bro. If I even want a little bit, Jamaican people just need a start, you know. Jamaican people just need a start. The people are hard working people them. They are West on them place, they are farmer them. Then a lazy, bro. And you tell me say the man couldn't $4 billion of our tax dollars is too much. To help we the people we pay the tax. Make it make sense. Only see them a man are wicked and caring people, brother. Only they are worship this man. Only if you are worship God. And you honest can't do no wrong. And God alone me know can't do no wrong. Come in a people comment section and attack foolishness and nonsense. I tell you already, you know. You don't avoid me, you know. If you don't know me in real life, don't talk to me. Me hear my spirit angry against you. You don't talk to me. If you not defend this a wicked government, don't deal with me. Don't deal with me none at all. I don't need enough to deal with me. See me and allow me and pass me, man. Don't call to me, man. I am so serious. Because it's just humanitarian. It's just you guys are inhumane. Some of the things that I hear when say and comment, like why Miss Perkins not go clean up the garbage down there? You mean the debris where the hurricane carried down from all over the place? She must physically go out there and clean it up. When you have an institution, an organization, that's their responsibility and that's what they're getting paid to do. Come like when the prophet then come and say, Jamaica and a judgment. Why you not talk about USA? Why you not talk about England? Why you not talk about Japan? Why you talk about Jamaica for? Because of that God tell them to talk about. Like uno does really the pride and the stiff-neckedness and the fool, uno lack wisdom, uno does. Yo, uno last in a brother, yo. Elaborate them, yo, uno last in a. Yo, I never forget when the lady said, yo, she will sell her house to give Andrew money and go homeless. It was at that moment I know that the people were under a spell. Wagwan Ian, it was at that moment. No, they not get paid. It was at that moment I knew the people were under a spell. When you are going to dismantle your own well-being, shelter and safety, put yourself in a vulnerable position of being homeless, where you could be attacked, unalived, dead for hungry, for give a man the money, We are politicians already, we're already wealthy and live in our mansion, have much of a mansion. You have to be under a spell. And a high levels of witchcraft that. High levels of witchcraft. And an old woman too, you know. The chances of her getting back a house before she dead. Selling her house to give Andrew Wallace the money. When you never seen that when them have the big conference and the woman come for the interview and say she would have sell her house for Andrew Wallace get it. A high level of witchcraft that. That's not a regular man we got over, man. A secret order, man, that's some deadly thing. For people brainwave. She all what she gonna get house from after that when she sell for hours and Andrew Wallace? One of the things said she was not joking. And she was not smoking. She never went a drink. She was of a sober mind when she said it. Albeit a possessed sober mind, but a sober mind nonetheless. Witchcraft, man. Witchcraft. Can't tell me nothing, brother. Unbelievable. There's no way. I've never seen that in my entire life. In my entire life. That was a new for me. Sell my house. When me work hard for give one politician so him can any means necessary for him win one election. The devil is a liar. People, me have a whole heap of things for go do. You understand? I'm gonna get myself together, go down so, go deal with something, and then go up so go deal with some other thing. So me have to move now because time I move. Right now I'm supposed to go 1 o'clock. Yeah. Supposed to go 1 o'clock now. Hold on there. Yeah, 126 me rated. No man, time I move fast, man. Paul, big up yourself. People, God bless you, no? And look more, yeah, man. Look more. The word is love. Like the video before you leave. We have 112 people watching. You see, just hit that like button up here so somewhere. The thumbs up symbol. Yeah, man. It is free. And down here, so, in the pinned comment, we have the donation. That's not free. You have to take out your virtual wallet if you want to donate to Cash App or the PayPal or the Zelle. Alright, my people? Yes, but me I encourage you to do the free thing. And for those who do the other thing, massive blessings and abundance to you. Zine? Yeah, man. The word is love. Karen, I'm out. Big up.